Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp.
Look at him noise, man.
Oh, well, LeBron, he was out there last night just giving those dubs the business. But wait a second. The Dubs don't have any dubs.
Whoa. You just, hold on.
Huh?
When he was out there without Kyrie and Kevin Love, you didn't say that. The Cavs ain't got no Cavs. That ain't what you said?
We'll talk about that in a little
Yeah, how you
Shall
doing?
we?
Yeah.
Good. We've got a ton to get to today with Paul George set for his Clippers debut tonight. Which LA team has the edge moving forward? That should be fun. And is Lamar Jackson being catered to in Baltimore like Tim Tebow was in Denver? Little Tebow in the show. We are going to start, though, guys, with the latest on Colin Kaepernick. After it was initially reported that the league would provide a list of attendees to Kaepernick's Saturday workout, a league source has since said that they never made that promise and no list will be provided. Some teams have reached out to Kaepernick as a courtesy, saying that they would not be able to attend. And according to reports, some of those same teams have expressed confusion as to why Kaepernick is getting a workout in the first place. Panther safety and Cap's former teammate Eric Reid said it, quote, feels like a PR stunt. So, Shannon, do you see any good reason for this to be happening?
Skip, after 3 years of waiting, he finally gets an opportunity to get in front of some NFL eyes. No more putting video outs on your own and sending them out and hoping someone gets a notice and will look like Cap can still play. Hopefully, I think some teams did respond and say, yeah, we will have a representative there to take a look at you. Now, the likelihood of a head coach or general manager, per se, Skip, being there, you know that's not very good considering there are a handful of teams that are owned by us. But I don't think their head coaches will be in attendance. And there's something else that's going on in the fall, Skip, called college football. And, you know, they got the Tours and the Joe Burrows and all these guys that are playing that a lot of the scouts will be there scouting those guys.
Yep.
Now, maybe there are some regional scouts that's going to be in the area. Hey, are you at the Clemson game or you at the Georgia game? How about swing through? But what do they play on Saturday, Skip? College football. So if college football is playing, how do you be at two places at one time? So it's going to be very interesting. But for me to try to find a positive, Skip, he will get an opportunity to get in front of NFL people and show what he can still do if he still has something. It reminds me, Skip, when I was a 7th-round draft pick in 1990. 7th-round draft pick, Skips, are normally camp bodies. But it gave me an opportunity to get into camp and to show what I could or could not do. I made it. So Cap...
I still think you had a slight advantage. You did have a big brother, and I think they would say, let's see if...
Right. Okay. You're right. But at the end of the day, Skip, I still had to show because...
You had to show.
Sterling wasn't going to be able to catch any passes for the Broncos to help it for the Broncos. And so Cap...
So I got to tell you, your first camp practice, that's high stakes, man. That's high pressure.
Because
that's like sink or swim for you. Like, that's career threatening.
It is because everybody look at... Because my brother had just was an all-pro. He was first team All-Pro, and you made the Pro Bowl.
So if you stink up the first camp practice, they might just say, next.
He doesn't have it. And Skip, but for me, the process is just so strange. And I think some of these NFL execs have the same thought process. Why are the NFL, Skip, maybe it's a cover. Because it's hard for me to believe there's like, well, the NFL says, we wanted Cap to be at an NFL facility. Well, that 32 of them, they could have invited him in at any point in time in the last 3 years and had him at an NFL facility. Maybe it's cover, because for me, Skip, I'm trying to understand. It says there are a couple of teams that was reaching out to the NFL asking the status of Colin Kaepernick. What status? This is not a Greg Hardy or a Ray Rice or Antonio Brown type situation. There is no status. He's unemployed. He's not run afoul with the law or the NFL per se that would deem him, say, untouchable as far as conduct, the sexual abuse or domestic violence or anything of that nature, drug suspension. So I'm trying to figure out, Skip, what do you need because the NFL has done it. The team's like, well, we wanted him, but we didn't know what his status was with the league. The league always flips it back, and they've said this from day one, Skip. We stay out of who the team signed or who the team releases. That's a team-to-team thing. So I'm confused by it, but I'm happy that he finally gets it up. How realistic of a shot is it, Skip? We may really never know, but the mere fact that he will be in front of some NFL eyes, hopefully it goes well, but there's no way he could turn this down. He had to go, because if he turned it down, people will say, see, there were opportunities because it was already floated out there, Skip. He had opportunities, but he turned them down because he didn't want to be a backup. He turned them down because he wasn't willing to play for less than $10 million. So this is his opportunity to show what he can or can't do, and hopefully it goes well for him.
Gotcha. So, after I slept on this, 24 hours passed, some of the smoke cleared in my head because yesterday I could not get a grip on any part of this.
Right.
This is what I see now. I believe what just happened was the NFL's cold-blooded, take no prisoners, very big business response to the statement released by Colin and his team back on October the 10th. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a ball is in your court NFL statement, and it came bolt out of the blue just like this quote-unquote workout did.
Exactly.
Remember, we weren't expecting it?
No.
Where did this come from? October 10th, 2019, I got it in my hand, for immediate release, as if this is a bombshell.
Yeah.
And it's from Jeff Nally, who's the agent for Colin Kaepernick, has been an agent, representing NFL players for 25 years.
Okay.
And I'll just boil it down to two key statements. Says Jeff Nally, no team has brought in Colin for a workout. And by the way, the whole point of this, facts to address the false narratives regarding Colin Kaepernick. So he's saying no team has brought in Colin for a workout, and this is contrary to some reports and speculation.
Right.
And he also said that I have reached out to all 32 teams about Colin's employment with little to no response.
Right.
And his in summary is, it is difficult to think of another young player in NFL history with statistics and character as impressive as Colin Kaepernick's not being given an opportunity to earn a spot on an NFL roster after what he has accomplished. Boom. So, NFL, onus on you, says Jeff Nally, for immediate release. So it took a little while. It took about a month for the NFL to get its ducks in a row. And it said, touche, right? Gotcha. We call your bluff. Okay, if that's how you want to play, we'll play your game this way. Except you're going to do it under our terms, on our schedule. Boom, workout Saturday. How you like that, Jeff Nally? That's what I think this whole statement just said from the NFL.
Your statement came out of the blue. We're going to give you one back out of the blue.
And we're going to give you virtually no shot here because this is next to impossible what he's trying to pull off. But at least the NFL can say, enough of this. If you want to keep jabbing us from a distance, we're going to jab back. And we're the big bad NFL. And when we jab, we can really jab. We can throw a knockout punch, right? So this is their way, the NFL's, of saying, okay, we're going to get this over with in one fell swoop on a Saturday? On a Saturday. In Atlanta? In Atlanta. Under our terms, we even released by Ian Rappaport the schedule. And it's kind of bizarre because we thought the interview was really important. It's going to take like 15 minutes of a group interview. And
it's going to be on camera. So for those that's not there, they can get...
But there are already teams, Jenny points out, teams are already apologizing to Colin's camp saying, we can't make it. And the teams that are going to attend, just watch what'll happen. It'll be the assistant to the assistant GM.
To the assistant.
To the assistant to the assistant, right?
Probably like a guy that goes get coffee. He's a gopher. He goes and gets
one of those guys.
But he'll have on team affiliated stuff. So
he will.
You don't know his role is.
Okay.
Excuse me, not to cut you off, but that's maybe why they wanted names. Because if a guy has on team affiliated stuff and he's the guy that sits next to the guy that sits next to the guy that knows the guy.
Bingo.
What is that?
Because Kaepernick's team would like to release the list that they have gotten. These are the people who are, the NFL says, will attend our Saturday, quote-unquote, workout. And you won't have heard of any of them.
Exactly.
So then it'll be PR advantage Colin's team.
Correct.
Now, I'm going to be completely fair about this. I have had one ongoing issue with Colin Kaepernick's team. It has stonewalled everybody, including you and I and our friend John Wooten, who used to run the Fritz Plowder lines. Everybody's tried to break through the stone wall to get to Colin. And again, all the reports say the reason the NFL finally responded this way was that so many teams had called the league office saying, hey, we can't get a hold of anybody. What's up with Kaepernick? How do we get, is it still okay to work him out? because there is a lot of bad blood here. He sued the league. They settled with him. I don't know how much it was for. There are reports of $1 million up to $10 million.
Right.
So I don't know, but they did settle.
Right.
So that creates some animosity,
Yeah,
right?
because Skip, the league is